No. What's up, guys? I don't think I'm live yet. Fillers from. What's up, guys? Literally trying to figure out what is going on here. I think we might just play new zombies today. I don't know. That's what I was thinking would probably be the best. I want to do tattoos, but I still got a little bit to wait. And I want to buy a stencil printer to start doing like bigger ones without having to draw them. I want to do like I have like a mini sword or dagger or whatever you want to call it on my chest, and I want to do a bigger one. The heck was that? What's up, dude? Sorry, I was kind of like MIA. I've just been like dealing with life, you guys know. Like there's always stuff going on. But I'm thinking what I can do is we can play new Call of Duty. That might be exciting. Well, I guess I can do a poll to see what people would rather me do. I would probably rather play zombies, but there's also Black Ops 1 and 2 out now. Well, they've been out, but they weren't like playable, and they made them accessible to PS4 and PS5. So now you can actually play online with a um like I said, I wanted to do tattoos or whatever, but I want to wait till I have a printer. I also want to get a new mic, but I just haven't been able to decide what I want to get yet. There's like a bunch of different ones I'm trying to decide between. I guess this one's not terrible for the time being. My hair is getting so out of control. But yeah. I wish I had more exciting stuff to do, but it's gonna pretty much just be gaming for a bit. What else have I done that's different? Oh, I was deciding whether I wanted to stretch my ears one last time because we're at a what are you doing? What are you doing? My dog's like rubbing her face on the ground. What is that? What are you doing? Lay in your bed. Yeah, in your bed. What's up, dude? I have these in, but they're a 6 gauge. So I have, if you, I don't know if you guys will be able to see or not. They're white instead of clear. I have PTFE tape in, which is just like a type of plumber's tape, and you slowly wrap them around. Like every couple days, you put a new wrap on, and it just makes it so that you like will be able to stretch with like absolutely no pain or discomfort, because now that I'm at a 6 gauge, it's going to be really hard to just like stretch them, because 4 gauge, 2 gauge, 0 gauge, double zero, they're all like really big stretches and you risk tearing your ears and stuff. So we're going to go and do it the good method. Not trying to rush it. And then I think I'm just going to stop at a 4. Like there's no reason to not. So I think I'm just going to stop at a 4, because the 6 gauge, for whatever reason, I'm pretty sure they were healed. Like I'm pretty sure they were healed. They didn't feel like, usually when you first do them, they kind of feel like a little bit tight in your ear, like they don't slide as easily. They were perfectly fine. Like they popped out of my ears and went right back in, no discomfort or anything. And then I was like, okay, so they're working, like they're healed. I still couldn't put the tunnels in. I think the tunnels are just so small at those sizes that I struggle, because when my ears were in the bigger sizes, it was really easy to pop them in and out. I think just the fact that the like size of the hole when they're smaller, it makes them more difficult to get in, to be honest, because I've never had any issues and I couldn't get the little rubber tunnels in. That's my game plan. That's what I want to have in my ears. Also, can't even really show you guys, but I have a bunch of stuff boxed up. I have a lot of stuff preparing to leave, like preparing, probably I'm praying by like October or late September. So like a month or two, we'll be actually officially out. We're just like still looking around for houses and stuff. One thing that's like they don't tell you about when you're like looking for houses and stuff is that you have to be really careful with like what you're looking at and stuff. And I know this is public knowledge anyways, so it's not like I'm not like gonna out the location anyways to like expose them, but you can like look into the history of houses or whatever, and there has to be like a legal disclosure of anything that happened within the last year before you sold your house. If it's like anything that's like concerning or just needs to be like put out there, for legality's sake, to protect buyers. We had this house that we were going to see, and we did that check on it. We haven't been doing it, but we were like, we might as well try and like check it out, do the like thing or whatever. And it came back that there was a fire due to like electrical issues in the bathroom the past year, which means that they potentially have electrical gremlins in the house. It doesn't mean that they fixed it. It could mean that they fixed it, or they could have very well not fixed it. But it doesn't tell you that. It just said that there was an electrical fire in the bathroom that was addressed, meaning that they cleaned it, the like residue and stuff, and they don't really tell you if it's like 100% or whatever. So that's kind of concerning. So now we're not gonna see that house, but we have a couple more that just popped up on the market. There's like ones in the area popping up all the time. We're just trying to figure out like where we're gonna go. You know what I mean? Because like so many pop up, but now that we have access to like these background checks and stuff, we're gonna obviously do them before we schedule appointments, because that would have actually been really, really shitty if we didn't look that deep in and then would have ended up getting the house and then like seeing the disclosure agreement towards like the end of purchasing the house and being like, oh well, now we have to decide if we want to move here or not, get all excited, and then, you know what I mean, like now we didn't waste our time to even go see it, because it was a nice house, but that's just something that a lot of people are gonna stray away from. I would personally think so. I would not trust something like that without having full information on it, because I would never want to have the dogs home alone or something and never know if your house is safe or it's gonna burst into flames or something. Like, I don't know. So yeah, it's been a whole mess. Our house is still in the processing phase. little things have to be like addressed that basically the buyer wants to get more money out of the house by like finding little nitpicky things that are like stupid. Like the one thing that they want us to fix is literally just redo the porch for them so that they can get a brand new porch absolutely for free. Like, but I guess we have to figure that out. It's it's interesting. But yeah, there's just been a lot of stress, and to be honest with you guys, I haven't even like had the motivation to get on recently. I have felt really like tired, very like defeated, very like repetitive. I feel like a lot of things in my life are just kind of like at a standstill and like repeating themselves. I'm thankful for like where I'm at on YouTube, but I feel like I'm like at a stalemate, constantly questioning myself with the like growth of my channel and a lot of other stuff like that. I feel like I'm just going through a lot mentally. And then with all this other stuff in the background with moving and all that, and then I like today, I think is the first day that it's truly hit me. I feel so tired all the time, but then I don't sleep. I was up till 6 a.m. because I couldn't sleep last night. And it's not even my fault. Like I do the no screen time for like 2 hours before bed. Like I'll try to like laying in bed with my eyes closed and trying to like make myself just think I need to sleep. I've tried so much and I just either like have problems sleeping or can't sleep. I got magnesium to try. I don't know if that works or not. I did the highest rated magnesium gummy. I tried it before, but it was like a blend with like 4 or 5 or 6 other ingredients, not just magnesium itself. And it kind of helped, but then it started to make me feel weird. And these gummies that I tried in the past were like $7 on Amazon, and they were like off-brand, so you really like got to be careful when you're getting vitamins. I learned if you're getting them off Amazon, you need to look up brands that are reputable and then go off that. The ones I got now were double the price for half the amount. So I got 120 gummies before for $7. I got 60 gummies for $14. So wow. Hopefully they're good because that price per value makes them seem like they're gonna be really good. But I just realized that the blue on my earrings and then my eyes like clash really weird. Like I always thought I had blue eyes, but my eyes are definitely gray green because I'll look at my eyes when I'm talking on the face preview on OBS and then like look at my earrings and that's crazy. But yeah, boys. Um, I do have to figure out, I guess, at some point we'll have to like get more mods in here and stuff and like organize the mods. If you guys missed it on last stream, that's what we were trying to figure out is the mods list and stuff. What positions fit and suit people best. People that are active and on stream a lot that are going to like control the chat are more likely to have higher positions than people that are not just because that's how it works. And what inspired it was I was like watching Twitch the other day and some dude like literally was doing like mod roles where he was going through his old mods list and just seeing if people were active and stuff and doing like a mods cleanse and stuff. And I just realized like the other day that I haven't touched my mods list in so long to the point that like somebody that was on my mods list isn't even, they're like hidden from my channel. And I think, yeah. But so yeah, I really should readjust and recalculate all that as well at some point. What's up, Jake? But yeah, your boy is just going through a lot. Today, let me see. Today, I got 6,500 steps from just organizing the stuff that I have down here in my room. I moved stuff. I moved my bed out of the corner so I could put my sofa in this corner here so I can start stacking boxes on it. And I want my bed close to the window too. My sinuses and my allergies have gotten so bad recently, and like every night I just like have clog. I honestly think that I might have like fatigue related to like allergies because I have just felt. I honestly don't know, dude. I feel tired all the time. Like I feel like if I'm standing for more than like 10, 15 minutes, I need to sit. I don't know what that means. And it's definitely not depression because it was worse when I got on medication. When I got on medication, I was like napping every couple hours. So I'm chalking it up to either vitamin deficiency or I have something with my immune system that I just actually don't know about that has me like always tired. But I'm going to be trying the magnesium. I'll let you guys know how that works. I'll be your guinea pig. I think back when Nolan was on the mods thing, and I haven't seen him in like 2 years. But I think he told me originally to try magnesium. Magnesium, it helps you like sleep at night. And then there's B12 and D3. Well, unfortunately, because of my circumstances of like working for myself, I don't have insurance. So I pay out of pocket with everything. And it's really expensive to get like a whole bunch of blood work done. So my doctor just said either I can try to take things with B12, D3. I don't think actually, I can't remember. There's not a lot that gets D3. You get D3 from the sun. So it is actually imperative to like use it if you're not outside a lot. He's told me to do that for a long time, but I have yet to find a D3 supplement that has helped me. They usually like make me feel sick and kind of dizzy. But then again, maybe I'm not getting a good brand. But yeah, that B12 and magnesium were things that he like recommended to like try. And they're all things that like, as long as you're taking in low dosages, they can't like really hurt you. My grandpa was taking magnesium a little bit for sleep. I forget like, oh, because he had me look up like what vitamins do for you and stuff. And it said like never take magnesium if you take like, blood pressure medication or something, and he does, so you're not supposed to mix them. They like do not get along. You have to be careful if you take medications. Obviously, I don't take medications at all. Like I take absolutely nothing on a day-to-day basis. I am completely like cold turkey. The most that will go in my body is like a what are they called? Um acetaminophen, Tylenol if I get a headache or whatever. Brisk walk for what is that even? I get a lot of exercise during the daytime. And it doesn't help. It makes me more tired. I feel like I somehow might have like, is it called POTS or PC? I heard of it before. It's like a thing that like has to do with like how your heart works or something, but it affects like it affects your nervous system. It's like something to do with your heart rate. I don't know if you can like just tell but it says like from going from standing to sitting changes your heart rate in a way that leads to dizziness, chronic fatigue, and lightheadedness. And that's like how I feel all the time. But then the problem with it is like a million different other things can do that. Um, like what else? Well, they could literally argue, they could say anxiety causes that too. Doctors have like a pretty much like you're when you go to the doctors, you are doing a trial and error. Like everything is trial and error. They just are educated at guessing trial and error, and then you get tests done and stuff. But um, yeah, I mean, being outside and stuff during the day and mowing definitely does that. Like that's walking, mowing, trimming. Yeah, I drink a lot of water. I drink actually an absurd amount of water. I was actually kind of worried because I drink electrolytes all the time and that has a lot of like salt and stuff and I don't know what that does to the body long term. Like I don't know if that's good or bad. And I stopped taking those now and I kind of feel like I am more tired now that I stopped those, but I don't know, I still just always feel tired. But yeah, I mean, I literally told him before my um, normal practitioner, I explained everything. Like I told you guys before how I thought I had blood sugar issues because I would be like really shaky and all that stuff and have problems sleeping, shakiness, dizziness, like feeling weak all the time. Like I could just fall over. Um, like a bunch of stuff and he wanted to like test things that I truly don't even think made sense because I've taken the same test before like a year ago or two. I had cortisol level checked and he said, well, let's test your cortisol level, let's see if you have an allergy to bread. I'm like, bruh, I don't know. I think it's just a money grab. It kind of sucks how the like medical world is always feels like that. Always feels like it's just all about the money, which I guess that's how the world works. But sadly, I don't have $400 to shell out for like tests on testing me if I am allergic to fucking bread. Like, and honestly, I guess I could just like stop eating bread to see if I would feel better. I don't eat a lot of bread, but also like, is anybody's diet in America like actually like accurate? Like, is anybody's? I don't know. Is anybody's diet in America like consistent of meat to the standard that they want you to eat, veggies and fruits? Because he was like, you can also start eating veggies and fruits. I eat bananas with peanut butter. Um, I don't know. I don't know what he wants me to eat. He just said fruits and veggies, which, yeah. I mean, I usually eat. Mm, I'll eat salads, carrots. I'm trying to think what else. I did start actually like enjoying tomato if it's mixed in with something. Onion. Onion probably has no beneficial. I think it has to be green, greeny leafy. Yeah, no, I already had blood work done. I already had pre-diabetes blood work done. I have a thing that I can test my blood with. I was doing that for a while. He wanted me to test my blood sugar after eating, 30 minutes after, an hour after, and 2 hours after, and then send him that like a couple times. And then he said, eat sugar and send me your numbers. And my numbers were never like spiking that high, even with sugar. So he like deemed that on top of the blood work. He's like, yeah, you don't have anything that's like stands out. I thought I had like hyperactive hyperactive glycemia where my body just reacts to stuff bad because I usually like get really bad sweats after I eat and stuff. But he said that's nothing either. So I don't know. I truly don't know. I could very well have like a freaking virus or something in my body that I don't know about. I could have like freaking immune system disorder. And guess what? It's gonna cost tests and tests and tests and tests and tests. Like, I don't know. Sucks. But yeah, that's why I have like just been completely and utterly tired and exhausted all the time. So I don't know, man. I don't know. But I try to come on here for you guys, and I already got my thyroid checked. I They literally used to tell me when I was on an antidepressant when I was taking I can't even remember what it was. I was taking an antidepressant and they said that my thyroid was so bad that it was like hypothyroidism. And then it cuts to a year later and he wanted me to get it tested again and I tested in like a very very healthy thyroid level, which made no sense. He almost put me on um lavoxine, levothyroxine for my thyroid, and I would have got basically misdiagnosed because it was induced because of the antidepressant, and he almost put me on it. That kind of pissed me off because I even asked him if it could be from the antidepressant because there was a study done, and he was like, no, no. Well, I got off of it, and I have, what was it, out of something, I think four is the max or whatever for your thyroid stimulating hormone. I was like a 2.8. So operating good as new. What's up, Sky? Thanks, dude. Yeah, don't, I don't know. It's stressful to not know what's going on. It is stressful. Do I snore? I have no idea, to be honest. I just literally know that I'm like tired all the time. I think what I'll do, guys, I'll just buy Black Ops 7 and go from there. Yeah, I've asked ChatGPT, I've Googled, I've. Sadly, that's like a bad thing to do too, because usually that like gets in people's heads with like anxiety and stuff that whatever they read, they think that they have. But yeah, I try not to like obsess about it. I wish I could like having I wish I could have energy more now, but I guess I have to realize too, I don't know if I just never have come to grasp being functioning the way I do without having crutches because for 5 years I was abusing caffeine when I was on my my one antidepressant I took. It used to make me so tired that I would take up to like 800 to 1,000 milligrams of caffeine to like function. And I also then picked up a bad habit of vaping that could have affected some type of adrenal function or whatever. I was using nicotine a lot to like compensate for being tired all the time, but it just made me more anxious. which it'll do. That's kind of the thing. Um, but can you guys hear the freaking my computer in the background? I heard of it. My computer in the background. Yeah, you kind of can. What the heck? So this mic definitely doesn't have the type of like voice isolation. So that's why I'm on my journey to find something that's actually natural that helps. But if you guys are curious about gummies or whatever, these literally cost me $14 for 60. So I'm assuming that they're of high quality because they want you to take two gummies, but I'm gonna start with one because I don't even know if I need the dose. I guess online it says you can take up to like 400 milligrams a day of magnesium glycinate. This is 100 milligram per gummy. I don't even know if I need it or not, which is why I'll just take one gummy at nighttime because I guess it does make you tired. But these were like highly rated next to Nature's Bounty and Nature's Truth, which I think they're both connected. This is just like the line of their gummies. But they, like I said, they were highly rated and said they're good quality. And I'm guessing from the price, they gotta be somewhat good if you're paying double the price for half the amount. So hopefully that helps. I don't know what else to do, man. I don't know how else to like naturally get energy. I can't start drinking caffeine again because I just get anxious when I drink caffeine now. And I can't really jump back on nicotine. Like I would never like let myself start vaping and shit again. That was just so dumb. But I mean, I guess if I had to, I could like chew nicotine gum, but that doesn't fix the issue is the problem. It's not like fixing what is causing me to always be tired. So why is this webcam never look like it's like straight on? Melatonin gives me crazy nightmares. Crazy nightmares. Let me check. So I'll go by week. Today I got 7 hours. Yesterday I got 7 hours, 30 minutes. Monday I got 8 hours. Sunday I actually somehow like went to bed I think at 3. Sunday Sunday is when I started feeling really really tired. I don't know why. Like I said, it just like started out of nowhere. I always am tired, but like Sunday I got like hit with it. Sunday I slept 10 hours. Like my sleep isn't like terrible, but it's not great. I guess I do move around a lot, or I don't know how accurate Fitbit is, but it always tells me that I like have a lot of like light sleep, and I don't ever rarely have a lot of REM sleep. But like I said, I don't know how to fix that either. It could just be, I guess, I'm not getting enough quality sleep. But yeah, I used to take melatonins all the time. I used to heavily like be at a point where I couldn't sleep unless I took melatonin. But that was kind of ass too. Dude, what I don't get, so why do people Snapchat you and they don't open your Snapchat? Like this girl is pretty, but I haven't like really talked to her one on one or whatever. I snapped her once this week. She didn't open it, but snaps me now every day, and I just don't answer. She snapped me 5 times in a row, and I just stopped answering people. Because, like, how are you snapping me and not responding to the snap that I sent, not opening my snap, but sending me snaps? Like, what's the point of it? I don't get it. I'm about to be like, who are you snapping? Like, you're not reading mine, so yeah, I don't know. People are actually, what does that even mean, dude? No, I'm saying like this person literally hasn't opened the Snapchat that I sent her 3 days ago. If you go into chat logs, it shows your like snaps, and obviously like they'll be delivered and then they'll be open. She skipped reading it by going in and then clicking the camera button without opening my thing. So she's never opened my snap, but Snapchats me like in the morning or something, and she'll be like streaks. So I stopped answering, and she snapped me 5 times in a row now, and I haven't answered to any of them. And that's like how every single person on my Snapchat is. They don't even like. I honestly am like convinced that Snapchat is almost used for just like boosting people's snap scores and stuff, because I have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9 people on unopened multiple days in a row. Every single day I'll still get streaks and stuff. And I just don't answer them. Like, I literally have people that, let me see how many, 5 left unopened, 3 left unopened. This person never opened my things. I'm about to just delete them on Snap. They've never opened my snaps, but have snapped me 5 times in a row without me answering. Um, 3 times, 4 times, 2 times. Holy crap, 7 times. 7 times. Nah, they don't. If they don't if they don't open your Snapchat, then they don't want you. If they don't like actually read your Snapchats and they just Snapchat you like every day with nothing to be as a conversation piece, then on Snapchat? No, they're not like strangers. Most of them I met off of like dating apps and stuff. But yeah, they pretty much just will Snapchat like the I don't know, the sky or the car, or yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jake. People that like actually don't care. Like if they're not going out of their way to like have a conversation with you, and they're just sending you like generic things on Snapchat every day, even when you don't open them, I don't. It's not worth even responding. But maybe one day, like I think girls do respond to that. Like girls are used to every guy being like head over heels for them. So the minute you do the opposite, they're like, "Oh, he's different. I like him." That's why I just like I don't I'm not chasing anybody on anything anymore. I don't care. Um, I had I don't know if you guys want to hear the story or not, but I like had matched on a dating site with like an ex or whatever, but it felt just like really, I don't know, like off. I don't know. Just, I don't know. Like they're saying like off the rip, like, oh, we had a bad, like, we not bad, but like we had a shady past. So I don't know if I want to talk to you and stuff. And I was like, well, that's fine. Like we can just be friends or whatever. Cause that's all I'm like at the point right now. I'm chilling. And she was like, "Oh, okay, you can come over to my house or something." And I was like, "I'm good." Um, and then trying to think of what else. We talked for a little bit. Um, then just like out of nowhere, vanished. And uh, I just get so many bad vibes off people. But I mean, you are right. You pretty much can just like trust your gut in most scenarios. Most things, if they're like already going south or something's weird, instinctively, if you're like a curious person, I guess, like I sometimes think of myself as like a curious person, you like want to know, so you like press in further accidentally, meaning you're giving more effort. But I'm the opposite now. Like if I feel like it's off, I'm just completely like deleting their number and blocking them because it's just, I don't know, it's never a good sign. If it doesn't like seem like it's meant to be, then I don't think it's meant to be. Sometimes I'm on and something will pop up, so I'll read it without knowing who sent it. On Snapchat? Like a public story or something? I mean, I stopped doing that, but I used to like post things on my public, and I've had people add me off of there. They'd like swipe up and be like I, it was random. I like posted my gauge journey the one day, and then they're like, "Hey, I have gauges too," or something, and I was like, "Oh, what's up?" And I like click on their profile, and they're not even like my friend on Snapchat, so I forgot Snap even worked like that, and I'd be like, you're not even my friend on here," and they're like, "Oh, let me add you back," and I don't even know if this person, like, I still have her on my Snap. I don't know if I actually should check that. I don't even know if she's in PA or not. Just a random person. No, they're not. Yeah, see, I don't get that. Yeah, I mean, public, you have to be careful, I guess, when you're on Snapchat and do public. Yeah, never. I always check people's Snap scores, and I'll always get like random ads from people if they have like 1,000 Snap score or less, and they start like saying weird crap or like ask you to buy stuff. Like you just know off the rip that yeah, that's how they are. I've gotten that actually a lot, like a lot, where they'll be like, "Hey, handsome," and I'll be like, "What's up?" And they sometimes snap you, and it just like looks low quality. The scariest part about Snapchat is you can literally send pictures through Snapchat like the normal thing, but not use like a photo of yourself. So they can like use photos of family members, people found online, whatever. And they try to scam you into like weird crap. I get that a lot. It's always like most likely, I'd say like 8 out of 10 times it's like an OnlyFans girl or something, or like somebody that's pretending to be them, because I've heard a lot of stories about people losing a lot of money because people like pretend to be people or pretend to be girls and they're dudes, and they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, like you're so cute," or whatever. "Can you help me fix my like car?" or "Can you help me fix my something something, and people will give them money feeling bad because they're like, oh, a pretty girl, maybe she'll like me, and yep, they get scammed. I ain't doing that. I ain't sending anyone money. I would be the last person in the world to ever do something like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am very cautious, and it's not even like I'm somebody that's rude. I'm not sending anyone money that I don't know. It just won't. It just won't work like that. Should I buy zombies, or do you guys just want to have like a short talk session? Because I can buy the new zombies, but yeah, anything that like starts off like after like 3 or 4 messages as like a proposal to do something is a scam. And it's kind of a shame that Snapchat's like that, but I have a public, but I don't get that very often. I just check people's like snap scores. If their snap score is usually like I'd say 10K or higher, you're pretty good. Holy shit. Talking about snap scores, someone on my snap has 5.5 million snap score. Yep, you're getting deleted. How does that even happen? Nah, I wasn't a famous person. She wasn't famous. I mean, she was famous for something, but she wasn't famous. Um, when you're on Snapchat, you just click on their little picture and it'll bring their public profile or whatever profile up, and then it has their little score. Wow, that actually surprising. This girl has 6.6 million. She just added like how many people are in a state? She added like 2 states worth of people. That is crazy. Yeah, my snap score actually isn't bad for I don't know if I have my no, I don't have my original one from when I was a kid, so maybe that's why it's not that high, but I mean people can tell I'm a real person cuz I have a public too, but mine's only like 140K. And that's from using it for the past like 5 or 6 years and Snapchatting a lot. No, you don't get paid for Snap Score. It just is like, how does it work? Every snap you send out is one, and then if it's responded to, it's another. So that's back and forth. But I mean, people can become public accounts, and then you can get paid for it. But you have to have like a lot of followers, and then your videos have to average like really good views. So you can use it kind of like a platform, but it's probably on the lower end of paycheck wise. It's probably on like closer to like Instagram as far as like making money. Um, but you can like have a public and then post on that, and people can see it on like a for you page. Similar, I don't know. Snapchat's confusing because I don't ever use it in that way. I'm using it for my personal. I'm not using it for like social media aspect, but they added that on a while back. So you can literally like I'll go and scroll and I'll see Jake Paul, I'll see Logan Paul, I'll see like people that I followed past. But yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Jake. I'm not gonna like leak or whatever, but it's just it's not good to like blend realities. I was like watching a video. I actually kind of want to react to it on stream if you guys would be down because it's kind of like a cool concept. Um, it's more intriguing because I relate to it, but my like social, I have very few socials that I like keep as like a personal thing or whatever, and I already tried to blend that once by mistake, and that's kind of like I don't like to like start drama and stuff because like it's not that deep or whatever. But um, people I guess feel a type of way, and there's like boundaries with content creators and their audiences, and they can still be friends with people on their like audiences without like blending the realities together, if that makes sense. um I think we know who I'm referencing. I don't have to like I don't like talking about it because i I mean I feel bad because this person was on the channel like quite frequently, and somehow the like dumbest thing triggered them to like be upset for something not personal, and just a lot happened in the background. Like you guys missed out on a lot of like stuff that I just like bit my tongue with because I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna be a piece of shit person. I don't go online. Like my whole gig, I do have like drama segments or whatever when you guys don't know anything. Like that rant that I went on with like a girl that was in my area that was doing social media. Now that's different because like you guys are never going to know who it is. The story just has like no personal like no personal like guts to it. Like you guys aren't going to know anything, but there are um like there was a person that just I don't even know. I can't really talk on it because I just don't want to do them like that. But I mean, Jake, I think you understand who I'm talking about because you were like close with this person. So, and that was like something completely random. But to explain the situation without saying names or whatever, I had added somebody from my personal group on YouTube here because I thought like, oh well, to be completely honest with you, I was like going through a hard time, as you guys know, a couple months ago, and I was like, I could use a friend, and I added this person, and we very much didn't talk like at all. maybe spoke a couple times, and then I had to remove them off of my Snapchat because I realized that it was kind of like a breach of my privacy when I was like posting things that you guys wouldn't see on here. Like, for instance, like I could be posting a picture of, let's just use my house for reference, being like, finally sold the house. Well, the people that are on my Snapchat right now are never gonna see like this social media aspect, you know what I mean? And like the only people that do blend that with are like people that I've dated in the past. But like I could be posting a picture of my house, or I could be posting a picture like my public profile had my actual like location that I don't disclose, right? And when I realized that, I kind of freaked out because I didn't know if they had seen it or not, and the whole privacy thing in the back of my mind came up. So I removed them for the time being, and they messaged me on Discord about it, and I didn't see it. And then when I had actually gotten the chance to read it, they had me blocked and removed from Discord, everything. So it's just kind of like an eye opener that like I think I should be able to watch this. If I can't, well, if I get in trouble for it, then it's fine because I'll just clip it out of my segment. I don't think Twitch cares, YouTube might care, but let me see what, okay, their account is called Golf Cart. All right, we'll watch this video with you guys. I don't know if you care or not, but this just like, I feel like paints a perspective of like what goes on in the mind of creators, especially ones that have like, I don't know, have been through this type of stuff. Jake, 3 letters, starts with a K. I feel like this is like a really good video. And it's not saying that this is going to happen, but like I've dealt with a lot of this in the past, especially talking about mental health. So I related to this like story a lot.
You know what the most important part of any live stream is? The chat. Every night, thousands of viewers pour into their favorite streamer's chat. Together, they decide what games get played, what videos get watched, and the streamers who keep them entertained get paid. It sounds pretty easy, right?
Can you guys hear it?
The chat what it wants. The problem is, chat never wants just one thing. There's thousands of people all asking for something different, and no matter what you do, someone's unhappy. The biggest streamers learn to follow the majority and keep the party moving, because stopping everything for one unhappy viewer is the cardinal sin of streaming. You don't leave 10,000 people hanging over a single name in the chat. But what happens when the needs of the one are a matter of life and death?
My girlfriend of 3 years took her own life in November of 2025. Losing my best friend and the person I love most in the world, I'm feeling like my life is no longer worth living, and I've been falling into a bad habit of drug addiction, leading me to on MDMA in December. I don't want to be here anymore.
This is Joe Bartolozzi, and he's one of the only streamers that stops everything when someone needs help.
If a chatter of mine is coming into my chat saying they're suicidal, I
wouldn't say the only person because I'm not making this about myself.
People turn to at their lowest, you're also now the one who has to carry the weight of it. Because now you're surrounded by darkness.
Today I decided to end everything. Got a shotgun, can't find it in me to love myself.
Now you're giving away pieces of yourself to everyone around you.
People are genuinely asking me to fix their problems. I can't.
Now it feels like the whole world is on your shoulders.
Now I'm going, oh, if I stop posting, people are gonna start themselves.
That's a heavy weight to pick up, and we wanted to know why.
Yeah, just to like say a little bit of like why I relate to this is because talking about my own mental health and stuff, and with like the antidepressants journey and stuff, opened the door to a lot of people that all of a sudden would come to my channel, my live streams, everything like that, and assume that since I went through it, I knew exactly like everything about it. And that opened up to a lot of people expecting me to be this like perfect person almost and give advice, when the only answer truly is I give my own personal take. But then like when it's all said and done, you have to talk to a doctor. Like I can't give people medical advice and stuff, but people see me as like, I made this story, it got a lot of views with mental health. Now I'm like this person that they directly answer to, or they want me to answer to them, like what they should do and stuff. And that has been a very heavy burden. I don't even get as much of it on public as I do in private DMs and stuff. I wish I could show you guys all the DMs and stuff of similar things that I've gone through with this, but this is kind of like the best explanation. I watched this and I was like, I want to react to this on stream because it was pretty good.
Who's Joe Bartolozzi, and why do you care so deeply about some of the things that you do? Which is maybe a little deep for 10:30 in the morning, but
No, it's all right.
Joe Bartolozzi was born on February 6th, 2002, and grew up in southern New Jersey. Joe wasn't the kid you have picked to become famous online. He was the small, quiet kid, the one getting picked last for everything.
I was kind of like the lanky kid that didn't really know how to control his body, so that's why I was picked last.
But by high school, things started turning around. He hit his growth spurt, got into lifting, and went from being the kid nobody picked to a legitimate athlete. So by 2019, Joe's a track athlete at a Catholic prep school in New Jersey, working part-time at a GNC, heading towards a completely normal life. And then a Chinese tech company bought a dying lip-syncing app.
TikTok is the latest app to
A person.
It's not the same guys as like a Disney star, right? Because I was nowhere near that level. But it's just the idea of like, I was a teenager that's getting clout, and I think 99% of the time, that's bad.
And Joe was no exception. All of those views, all that attention that comes with internet fame, it went straight to his head.
I went from being a really insecure, it was like 2 polar opposites, right? And I had to find the medium. Like, I used to be really insecure when I was in like middle school or early high school, to a point where like I started working out, I started doing this, and then it went like full flop to like narcissism. And so it was like an obsession.
I don't think I got to that point, but I definitely was a quiet kid in high school and stuff, which is funny that I ended up doing this.
From that era. The captions,
I didn't like
the
to talk in
attitude,
front of
maybe
people. I didn't like to be the center of attention, any of that.
For any women out there that would like to participate in the holiday but don't have anybody to assist them, I'm here.
This is the version of Joe that Joe doesn't like.
That person in that facade I had to do to create that character actually became me for a short period of time, and I hated it.
But as much as Joe hates this
Yeah, I
version
don't
of
want to be a
himself, he
character.
also
That's why I
hates
said I
his
don't
too,
put on a
because
character
that
when I get on here.
Gave him the confidence and drive to start making bigger swings in his career. And
If
when
I
you
have to be a
build yourself
character to
from
get
the
more
ground up,
views, I don't
those
want to
two
do
things can
that.
be the difference between success and failure. You see, everyone wants to start their own thing until they realize how much work starting actually takes. Building your website, setting up payments, all the boring stuff. And most people don't quit because the idea was bad. They quit because the setup got in the way. That's where WAP comes in. WAP lets you launch your entire online business without any help if you today. It started with diversifying his audience, because unlike YouTube or Twitch, your follower count is kind of empty on TikTok. You can have 1 million followers.
Sorry if this is boring, guys. It builds up to the peak. Just wait for it. They have to tell the backstory of him because this is also partially about his life.
So, in the summer of 2020, just before starting his freshman year of college, Joe announced his first ever Twitch stream.
I'm gonna start streaming video games on Twitch in a day or two.
He started moving viewers from TikTok to Twitch, where he'd stream games like Rocket League and Fall Guys.
Oh, I got it! I got it!
Then he'd take the best moments from those streams and post them to YouTube.
Clips.
By fall of that year, Joe was juggling
Need my clippers.
uploads a day, streaming on Twitch, making YouTube.
That actually is what
content,
makes
managing
or
his
breaks
classwork
people.
in
Not
college.
enough clippers.
The schedule like in college, there's so much going on. How do you manage that?
It was a lot. Like, balancing streaming and college sucked. But it was so doable. And I hate when streamers say,
I've seen
"Oh,
it.
I really needed to
People
drop
always
out to
ask if you're
pursue
still on
streaming."
meds. Yeah,
Get the out of here. I was growing and in college the entire time.
Thank you for 3 million followers.
4 million followers!
By December, Joe had cleared 5 million followers.
Yeah,
on
that's
TikTok.
crazy. We're not at this level. We're not. I'm not
Stream, Joe was
saying I
already
relate
at
to this
1,000
part.
viewers on Twitch.
Like, I was so obsessed with performance.
Joe was constantly studying social media, trying to understand what made videos pop, what people responded to, and why certain videos failed. That confidence had turned into a full-blown obsession. But because of it, Joe was starting to not like the person he saw in the mirror.
I'm trying to map out where the ego kind of starts to disappear versus, like, was there a low point, a moment where you're like, holy, I gotta change?
Yeah, I don't really, I don't think there was like an aha, right? It wasn't like a light switch flip. It was more over this.
Let's skip ahead a little bit.
Told you they're planning their own death. And
Oh yeah, here.
Look up to me in a way that's like, yeah, even though I'm 19, you know, there are people that actually look up to me in a way that's like, I need to be better.
Life is
That's how I feel every time, guys. That's why I say I work on cursing all the time. I think I'm a little bit better, but
life is amazing.
Now put yourself in that chair for a second. You're 19 years old. You started streaming to play video games, to have fun and make people laugh. And somebody you've never met just told you they're planning their own death. And out of everyone in their life,
I have gotten these messages.
I feel like no one cares and I want to end it all. I have a date planned, so you'll probably never see me again. I want to say you make me laugh a lot. I'm going to kill myself October 2nd. No one will remember me.
And this kept happening. Joe would go live.
Yeah,
and
this
sooner
is,
than
like,
later, somebody
making
would
me
show a genuine
get
crisis, typing their
chills
words.
because it's like
Don't want to be a mood killer. I just want to say my family basically bullies me every day.
Just
I'm trying to get them to stop.
resonates.
I've been thinking about suicide a lot.
When Joe first started getting these messages from chatters, his initial response was the same as anyone with the hearts would be. He wanted to help, both on stream and off of
This
it,
doesn't
and
happen to
took
me
the time
really
talk to
on
the
stream
viewers,
though.
getting to know them on
When
a personal
like
level,
that type of
just like
heaviness
a friend.
You guys
is usually through DMs, not through.
to me. If you need help with something like that, I can try my best. So that's why I'm kind of.
And I have extended myself to talking to people about it.
That's important.
But there's a harsh
But
reality that all
there's a
streamers
reason
have to
why
learn
I-
eventually. Your viewers aren't your friends. They can't be.
I have had probably 20 people come to me about themselves, like on live.
The first 2 times it's happened, I have tried to like help them, and then it just ended badly in terms of them getting parasocial towards me and then nonstop coming to me.
You see, the relationship between a streamer and a viewer is way more complicated than a normal friendship. When you spend hours watching someone through a screen, day after day, your brain starts doing something weird. You pick up their sense of humor, you learn their opinions, their moods, what makes them laugh and what sets them off. You come to know them the way you'd know a friend, except they have no idea you even exist.
To a degree, depending.
This is what's called a parasocial relationship, and it can be a dangerous thing.
Now a scary home invasion as 3 masked intruders with guns grab a popular influencer by the hair demanding money.
3 guys came into my room, turned all the lights on, and then they had the gun pointed at me.
Hopefully this isn't TOS.
Social relationships don't reach this level, there's always a possibility that it can.
3 popular Twitch streamers face a terrifying encounter.
I was on that stream.
Along the Santa Monica Pier.
Kill you right now. Kill you right now. If the streamer leans too far one way, they might come across as uninterested or cold. But lean too far the other, and viewers can mistake an occasional reply for friendship.
Please stop following me. It's getting weird. It's getting strange. I don't know you, okay? So please.
I was on that stream. That was in the UK.
Because now that attention can turn into expectation. And when the expectation of a response to the next chat isn't met, it can feel less like being ignored by a streamer.
This is also not to make you guys feel less of my friends. This is not what I'm saying. I do like the personal connection that I have with you guys, especially being a smaller streamer. This is more so, I'm using this as a reference of like, to a certain degree, there has to be boundaries when you are a content creator, because this is what happens when people that are social, or like not social but enjoy the social aspect of it, extend themselves. Like, you guys got to remember, you're watching me and you're just like watching some random dude, but for me, there's more of y'all than y'all to me, if that makes sense. So like, I have 17,000 people on here. Maybe not all of them are active, but at one point they clicked to subscribe, and they can at any point, just because they're not, you know what I mean? Just because they're not always on here, just because I don't have a lot of people always watching me, there are those people that are still subscribed that see my stuff. Even if, like I said, they're not active, they're there. 17,000 people. Imagine you guys in the position that I'm in, but in a room with 17,000 people. Or go into ChatGPT and say, fill a room with 17,000 people. It's a lot of people, you know what I mean? I'm not directly talking to 17,000 people at all times, but I can also be seen, everything I post, by 17,000 people. This is why you have to be so careful about like very public stuff. So it is very scary when you're in situations like what I was in, where somebody could have like accidentally seen like where I lived, that was big into my channel, but I don't know these people personally. Then, you know what I mean? So it wasn't a personal thing, but see, and then the like reaction, you don't know how people are going to react. And the reaction that I got was like something that's like on a whole different level. So I have to be very, very, very careful when I do this. The boundary of like friendship is there, but there is still boundaries in place with everything online. You have to, dude. You have to. It's way different than just finding someone on Facebook or like a dating app. Yeah, like I don't even truly like, there are people that I know like that are people, but there's like people that I don't even know, you know what I mean? Like, so many anonymous. You really never know who you're talking about, and that's kind of how my paranoia is too. I always am like, who am I talking to?
Today, streamers are supposed to entertain. At some point, there has to be a boundary between caring about the people watching and becoming responsible for everything that they bring into the chat.
They become too attached to you, where they see you as an actual friend that they have. So I feel like that,
and I get that too, because I watch streamers and I relate to them, but I never think like, oh, I'm gonna go to their house or whatever and like say what's up, because there's a lot of people that do that too. There's a lot of people in California that have their addresses public.
Somebody with like issues, they just kept messaging me, and then they like got upset when I stopped messaging them. So it's more so that
has happened.
But mental health meant too much to him. Ignoring
That has
somebody
happened a
who might not
lot,
make it through the night
especially when
is
I was
not a
doing
choice to live
giveaways.
with. After those early mistakes,
A lot of
Joe implemented
parasocial
two
people, and then
factors
people
that would eliminate
messaging me
those
telling me
odd
to kill
personal
myself that I didn't give
families
them a
from coming into
phone,
the picture.
stuff
For
like
starters,
that.
he removed any one-on-one interaction. All conversations with chatters were strictly held on stream from the Twitch chat.
I've prepared to go. Tired of waiting for things to improve. You are my escape. Thank you, dude. If you're saying you're gonna kill yourself, don't. I know this was 10 minutes ago. I hope you're still here.
And second, but most importantly, he made the pivot from trying to be the help himself and became the middleman.
Fine if you're depressed and you want to come to me for advice, but when it comes to the gravity of seeking an expert is better than seeking Joe Bartolozzi, a Twitch streamer, TikToker. You know what I mean?
For those who came
That
into the
part.
chat looking for help, Joe was there to give them a few
That part,
encouraging
that part,
words and
that
push
part.
them in the right direction.
I've had not so good thoughts, if you know what I mean, and listening to your advice and others has helped me even during those hard times. If you ever have thoughts, reach out to somebody, genuinely. Go to a therapist, psychiatrist, talk to somebody that
And it's like, I feel like it sounds selfish, but it's truly not. Like, when you feel you're responsible for a lot of people's mental health, like, I have made posts about mine when I like switched on to medicine and stuff, that it's an honor that all these people like that reached out on Instagram and stuff with that type of information to like reach out to me and tell me their story and all that. Like, I have talked to a bunch of people and potentially talked out a lot of people. I mean, you guys saw the other day someone donated saying, you never know how much your video made or changed my life or whatever. But the scary part, dude, is there's people that I didn't see his message or that I didn't respond to or whatever. And like, I'm not somebody that is qualified to be giving info. I'm not a psychiatrist. Like, you have to like realize at some given point, like, it's scary to reach out. And that's probably where some people are, but it's also unfair to like automatically assume that someone online you deserve their full divided attention for something this serious, to the point that it can really affect people. Like, if I dealt with mental health, imagine like how I felt when I have seen, I'd say like at least 100 messages saying some form of like the traumatic backstory of their life and why they don't want to be here and stuff. So I can truly relate, man. It's sad, because I would love to help everybody, but you have to like give some type of boundary or whatever. 988?
help you.
Are you guessing an amount?
Not the answer. Like, there's only so much I'm able to do as a creator, especially seeing that I don't know the person. So that's why I try to do the charity streams for, like, 988 or AFSP.
Oh,
or Trevor
is that
Project. We're doing reactions today, and it's a charity stream.
It's like a charity for it?
$2,700, which was matched 3x by the Melinda Bill Gates Foundation.
I would do that if anybody would watch my streams to raise money, but sadly I don't think I would.
Small, Joe's brief but encouraging words were actually making a difference in people's lives.
I've been subbed for a year now, and I want to say thank you for helping me through this past year with having to deal with my grandpa's suicide and my own personal problems. You're definitely my favorite top streamer, and I hope you never stop.
But by the time Joe graduated college, things had started to change. His viewer count climbed to some of the highest in all of streaming, and managing the expectation of that many chatters is a totally different beast.
Like, right now, I average 10K. Chat's horrible.
Yeah, we don't got that yet, boys.
Yeah, I gotta lock in. I want to get into the videos. I'm starting to get stressed out. I'm starting to get stressed out.
I literally get that way when I stream sometimes and I have a bunch of people saying crazy stuff.
With this
You like feel hot.
Joe found himself caught between two groups that wanted completely different things from him. Because on one hand,
Hot and
some
stressed.
felt that he wasn't doing enough to help.
I guess even my favorite streamer
I don't want 4,000 people chatting at once. That's a lot. And then
then
I don't get to see everybody in chat either.
And then I don't respond to you, and you pull this guilt trip here.
But on the other hand, there was a totally different group of viewers that were tired of the stream constantly stopping.
Jesus, dude, I like watching your streams, but when you go on rants like this, that's all you do all the time. That's annoying. Play the game.
Do me a favor and never watch me again. Do me a favor and go yourself.
No matter what Joe did, someone felt ignored, and the messages were starting to get more demanding. Early on, people would briefly mention that they were struggling, and Joe would offer a few words of encouragement. Now they wanted more.
That's what I just try to do. I try to leave it at a few words of
more and more like involved, where people are genuinely asking me to fix their problems. I can't. I'm sorry.
But the hardest part was figuring out who genuinely needed help and who was only looking for attention. How
Trolls.
do you balance keeping everybody happy and then also sorting through people who are just doing it for attention.
I mean, that's the struggle. Because I'm a suicide prevention advocate, that is an avenue that a lot of people use to manipulate their way into being noticed or speaking to me on stream. And so, yeah, if there's 10 chats saying they're suicidal, 6 of them are fake.
Yeah, that is kind of a thing too, because then people just like want attention.
Mental health advocacy. The amount of people that come into my chat and fake being suicidal is absurd. I had one chatter that came in, and
There are people like that I've had too that just wanted attention. I literally had somebody like begging for a phone when I was doing phone giveaways and stuff, and then they would be like, because you didn't help me and I won't have a phone for school, I'm going to kill myself or something. Just like insanity. I got so many messages when I was doing the giveaway stuff because I was trying to give back, and that just turned into a toxic thing where my videos were clouded with views only because of the giveaways I was doing. So then everything else that I posted would just flop because nothing compared to the views I was getting on the stream or the giveaways, and then that's all I like focused on, and that I really messed it up with that.
Favorite streamer. I'm sorry that he took his life. I don't really know what to say. I'm sorry. I hope you're all right. I'm sorry for the loss of your son. Ugh. Come to find out, they come back a month later and they're like,
you seem to know a lot about tech. I mean, I'm passionate about like technology and stuff. I always liked learning and stuff.
This leaves Joe
When I was younger, I like used to like
I think a large portion of
learn computer related stuff.
Say stuff that's idle are lying, but I have to treat them all as if they're real, because then I could, on an off chance, not take somebody seriously that is serious, and that's the worst thing you could do.
Ignoring the wrong message could have serious consequences, but responding to every message was impossible, and the pressure of trying was beginning to wear him down.
I feel bad, and I've talked about this. It's like, I wish I could help, but like sometimes I can't, you know? Like there's only so much I'm
And see, that's not, people view it as like selfish or whatever, but dude, you can't help everybody. You're one person. Us as YouTube content creators, we're made to like be friendly and chat and stuff, but our role is not given to us as being therapists. Like there are so many better people out there that you guys could talk to, and I suggest that you guys, if you do feel this way, talk to a psychiatrist, because talking to one person alone about like mental health and stuff, you may think that helps you, but it also can be negatively affecting the other person. That's why they have therapy, because like there are family members, there's people that you could talk to that just truly couldn't hear about it. Like when I bring up depression or anything around my pap, he just flees. He does not want to hear it. He doesn't want to like have to mentally deal with the fact that I'm not happy with the life I was given. And that's not even the case, but like that's just how people are. Some people like just don't grasp it, or some people can't handle hearing that kind of stuff. And especially people that deal with their own mental, I think they said at the beginning how Joe like struggled with mental health. Like that's same with me, man. Same with me.
But there's one message that weighs on Joe the most. It's one that he's heard over and over again, that for some viewers, he's the only reason that they're still alive.
You were there when my dad passed. You saved me from ending my own life more than anyone should. I've realized so much because of you. I can't thank you enough. You unknowingly have helped me with a lot. My life has gotten a lot better since watching you from your philosophy stuff. Never had a favorite streamer until I watched your streams, and it kind of saved my life, no pressure. I wanted to myself, you saved my life. I did not save your life. You saved your own life. Please get the help you need, though.
If I'm the only reason that you stopped, you know, wanting to kill yourself in that moment, you need a lot of help outside of just watching my content.
When you hear some of those stories, how big of a toll does that take on you? Because, like, I don't know, I'm watching through some of their clips, talking to people like this, a lot of the chat is asking, who is checking on Joe?
I mean, I'm starting therapy soon. I'm not saying it's bad to have my videos
Facts.
as like
Like,
something to
see,
fall back
and
on.
he literally is getting
Versus, like,
therapy
I'm
because
saying,
of,
your videos are the
like,
only thing that's keeping me alive.
Take a second and think about what that actually means for the person receiving it. Somebody just told you that you
oh, is that like a hotline or whatever for,
Don't tell me that. Like,
I'll just say this now to, like, help people out too. There's literally a song that Logic sings. National Crisis Hotline. Oh, okay, 988. There is like a 1-800 number. If you guys do ever need help. What is this song literally by? Isn't that the hotline? They just made it shorter, I guess. Oh, they changed it because of his song. That is insane. Okay, thank you. Yeah. So I'm just going to put that there because this is also going to make it on a YouTube video. If you guys ever need help. Now it's easier than ever. It's just a simple 988. There are people that will listen to you and talk to you, and just know you're not alone. Trust me, every single person has gone through feeling this way. There's people that have gone through this when they were, I mean, I've had crazy thoughts since I was like really young, but you grow and you manage and you look back and laugh at like a difference a year can make.
And beyond the pressure, there's the sheer exposure to darkness. Joe's DMs and chat are a constant stream of people.
Thank you, Teddy, for the info too. I wasn't sure. I didn't know it was changed. I thought it was the 1-800 number still.
Is the emotional drain, I guess. Like, I put a lot out.
After every stream, Joe sits there for an hour just coming back down from what the job took out of him.
Like, when I'm done stream, I get off. I literally sit there in, like, silence for maybe an hour. I need, like, time to decompress.
Yep, I do this every night. I sit and review every single thing that I did on stream and try to find ways that I can be more interesting, more, and just have to decompress because, I don't know. Even streaming to like 4 or 5 people sometimes is like
So the obvious question
not a chore. It's just like I feel like I have a lot to prove and a lot to grow on, and there's
Joe
just
could put up the full wall tomorrow, and nobody could really blame him.
I'm not sitting here acting like I'm some role model, but if people are going through stuff and I recognize that they're watching my content to help them, that I want them to have some sort of guidance of redirection to be better themselves and also better their own mental health in a way that's good for them.
Joe did the math and decided helping people is worth what it costs him.
I enjoy making people happy more than the other aspects of the job.
that is why even when I only have like 4 of you guys, 3 of you guys, the only hard time is when I have built like a platform or like feels like it has become like a little mini family of like 4 or 5 people, and then I struggle some days where there's like only one person or you guys don't like what I'm doing or whatever. Like my main thing when I get on stream is I'm creating something that's exciting that people are looking forward to, that I'm like, that's the main reason why I get on. Like if I was doing this just for like, if I was doing this for like selfish reasons and not for like wholesome reasons, I don't think that it would mean as much to me because I have thought about quitting a million freaking times by doing this. I have literally contemplated quitting YouTube. The first year I contemplated it probably like 35, 40 times. Over my career, I've probably thought about it like a couple hundred times. But it's always that like little voice in the back of my head that tells me that like God had to have put this as like he had to have instilled this in my heart to do it for a reason, and that is for exactly why that donation the other day hit so hard that said, you don't know how much it meant to me, your videos on mental health, and he like donated $5 or whatever. Like that right there is literally why I keep doing this, because in my mind, like if I'm helping people even in a small, controlled, tiny, microscopic way, there's still a reason to get on and do it.
And that's what enables me
100%. This is the part that I relate to.
Like, oh, push through the negative because you make money. I think I push through the negative because I can affect people more positively here than any other
push
job
through
that
it
I
making
could
no
possibly
money.
do.
But once he saw what his platform could do for people at their lowest, walking away from that stopped being an option he could live with.
Thank you. My mom was diagnosed with cancer about 9 months ago.
Sorry to
we
hear
would
that.
watch your videos and streams. We loved your philosophy streams. She also majored in philosophy.
Really?
A week ago I found out she has
2 more days to live. One of the final things we did was watch one of your YouTube videos. Your videos remind me of good memories. She passed away yesterday and you helped me cope. Just wanted to say thank you so much. You helped more than you'll ever know. Oh my god. Yo, that's just gonna make me cry.
I got goosebumps. I don't know if you guys can see that or not.
It's a weird job, dude. It's a weird job doing social media. There's a lot of but
That's what it's all about, though.
Experiences. Just to be able to be someone to help other people is something that I want to do.
And I pray that I helped
good.
every single person that I like talk to for hours about their mental
On a
health.
deeper level, dude, being able to make people's days is like genuinely what I want to do.
I literally almost
And
teared up.
I'm glad that I can.
All right, guys. Sorry for the heaviness. It's over now. Like, I don't know if you guys could tell or not. Like, I'm really good at like hiding my emotion when I'm like publicly around people or even like on camera or whatever. But yeah, I had to hold back tears, man. It is crazy. The platform that, or the even like the position that we're put in on this platform to do good is so high that it like truly outweighs a lot of negatives and stuff. But I do hope you guys took away from that too. Like I thought it was a good thing to talk about because there's a lot of people that come to my channel for mental health. But there also has to be kind of like a little bit of space too, you know? Thank you, dude. Yeah, that like, yeah. I do, if you like go on my channel too, this is one of my most popular things, and hold up. So many people on here talk. There's so many positives, there's so many negatives, but the fact that I helped so many people on this video and then it got so many people to like learn about mental health through this video, and then like it's not even crazy, like 66K, like that's not something insane, but that's still like there's still very active comments on this video, people talking, all that and stuff, and just the fact that I could like help people realize this side by side is freaking crazy. This is back when I used to try to let my hair grow out, and I used to like give up on it right away. But just like the change, I think I got younger in the face. I feel like I look older here, but just the sheer like volume that it reached to ended up being, and that's not even the only video I posted on mental health. I posted a handful of stuff, and yeah, dude, like it's crazy. You're good, Junior. Just like mental health in general and stuff, and how it can affect YouTubers and content creators and stuff. Like, yeah, I enjoyed talking to you guys about this stuff, but those type of videos that I posted opened up the gates for like people to direct message me, I guess, because I wasn't as active in the comments, and that kind of stuff just like it does, dude. It truly affects you. It like gives a new weight to being a content creator. But I wanted to share my opinions on that video because that video resonated really well with me. Like, not well, but it resonated with me, like feeling the same way and stuff. And it also was a cool segue to just helping people by letting them know like there's always help. And if you are at a position or whatever where you think you need help, call the hotline or whatever. There's also online hotlines, I believe, where you can like text and chat if you don't have to talk to somebody physically, because there's people, like I personally am like this, where I'm like nervous to talk on the phone sometimes, especially to new people. But yeah, that's why I like literally have been so hard on myself recently, and I've tried to like not miss any days, because I just feel like if I'm missing one day, I could be helping somebody out mentally. But I also need to realize, like, I saw this video literally on my day off too. It was kind of like God's way of saying, like, I have to also give myself leeway and stop making everyone else's problems mine, because I am someone that is like an empathetic and want to help people, but I also like can't help everybody. Like, there has to be some like, dude, is that just like a divot on my nose, or do I have like something on? Do I have a cut on my nose? Sorry, I get easily distracted. Dude, what the heck? I have a cut on my nose. Okay. Well, that's great to notice now, but thank you guys. With that being said, we have options. All right. So I have been on stream for almost 2 hours, and I did everything that I wanted to do. I personally have nothing to watch on stream today, so I was thinking about staying on stream longer, but it's all up to you guys. Would you like me to try to get the new version of Zombies and play that on stream? It is on sale 50% off, and we play new Zombies, or is that something that you guys are going to absolutely hate and you would rather just end it on a high note and call it tonight or whatever? Just because I do realize that like the things that I like to play on stream doesn't mean that everyone else likes to watch them, and usually when I switch over to Zombies, everybody leaves. So it's actually totally up to you guys if you want to watch it or not. I have to run upstairs to the bathroom anyways, so I'll let you guys decide. I guess I'll run a poll. Also, I learned how to cut my mustache now properly. I like learned how to just trim the top so it looks more shaped. I think it turned out good. The first time I did it, I went way too low and short on it. But we will do a poll. All right, we'll run the poll, and when I get back, guys can let me know. Do we actually still have anybody watching? Oh, 2 people voted. Says there's only one person live though. How many people are active in chat and they're still gonna be active? Because I can end, guys. I don't have to be on live if you guys gotta go to bed or whatever. It's 11:30 here. God bless, bro. I'm doing alright, dude. How are you? You're good, bro. I know everybody got something going on. It kind of sucks that it seems like a lot of peeps have just been getting busy, which I get life happens or whatever, but it kind of sucks because I only have a very like certain amount of people that come on or whatever, you know what I mean? So kind of sucks sometimes, but it is how the world works. I guess I might as well buy this because I can get like 2 months out of it before the game is like pretty much just not worth it anymore because they already announced Modern Warfare 4. They didn't take the advice, and everyone was like saying that Call of Duty should just spend like 2 years on a game and come out with them every 2 years, not every year. But they're not doing that, and I'm just hoping that the next one isn't just another repeat, that they kind of go back to their roots now that they see how many people like the old ones, because I really don't want another, like, just another remake of, like, Modern Warfare. Why is my card not working? Now you're good. I get it, bro. You are good, trust me. I get like you're a kid too. You got your own stuff going on. Okay, $37 down the drain. I gotta make it worthwhile, boys. So we're gonna make this a decently long stream. What in the heck? I do not want this stuff. I don't want to play any of those. School's already back that fast? Dang, dude. Yeah. When I played Balloon Tower Defense, I lost so many people because they were at school. I can just tell my channel's gonna get wrecked by that, I'm not gonna lie. I have to delete so many games because this file for the game is massive. Yeah. August. I don't remember when I used to. I don't remember. I guess that makes sense, but dang, bro, that's crazy. That is crazy. That's not bad. Yeah, our school used to end at 2:45. So it's similar. But I guess buses and stuff were different too. I don't know how to get into the hub to download it now. It like won't bring me to the Call of Duty thing. Yeah, you'll be happy when you don't have to do that anymore. I mean, you might have to depending on what kind of job you have, but I always absolutely hated waking up early. Dude, I literally can't find the game that I just bought. Where's my downloads? No. Yeah. What? A frog or the... Not unless she chewed on it. I mean, she should be fine. I'll have to Google it.
And then we like walked around and it was there. I literally had to pick her up. And then of course it jumped up on the step. And I didn't have my phone. I was trying to have you let me know if I heard.
Pretty sure my stream can hear. Yeah, you just have to Google it, I guess, and see. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be anything crazy, but yeah, I had a terrible time at waking up during school too. That's just like normal. I love that I don't have to wake up super early anymore, but I need to get my sleep back on track, so yeah, I have like voice settings on with this mic and it still picks up. I don't know why. It's just not a very good mic. It's the fine one I'm using now for the time being. I'm trying to sell this one so I can get a new one, but I sold the other one. I really want to do tattoos soon too. I'm like craving doing one again. I just bought Black Ops, right? And I was just like thinking about buying another game to stream, and you guys know how Alan Wake was pretty fun. Of course, I just realized now that that's on sale. But I the inner me, like, I don't know if I want to spend like $60. I don't know if I want to spend $60 just to play games. It's on sale for $20, and I didn't know PlayStation taxes you on games. That should be illegal. So I paid all but $40. What's up, Sky? I said hi before, and you kind of disappeared. Didn't they just say hi earlier? Yeah, they said hi at the beginning of the stream. I gotta change the title too. Who knew? All this time, and I ended up giving Call of Duty money that I said I wasn't going to, but Resident Evil? That's crazy. It's a real one? I don't know why, guys, but this is so good. It has no caffeine, but I couldn't drink tea anymore because of the caffeine. So, I got Mio that tastes like sweet tea. I don't know how they do it. I'm not even kidding. The ingredients in this are malic acid, citric acid, potassium, artificial sweetener in red 40. How that makes sweet tea, I don't know, but yeah, I literally on my For You page saw the freaking Backrooms thing, and I definitely don't know how they're like allowing kids to watch that, because when I was younger, horror movies weren't psychological horror. They were like focused mainly on like dolls coming to life, or like stuff that you just like have like an your like inner self is kind of scared of, right? Like a normal like fear that kids would have. And even then, your kids weren't supposed to watch them. They're like PG-13 and stuff, which is, I guess that's get PG-13. If you're 13, you're a kid still. But the ones that I was watching were like rated R, which scarred me. But I watched the trailer to the Backrooms thing. If anyone comes on this stream wondering why I'm not playing the game, we're just downloading it. It has 9 minutes left. I seen this crazy thing. It's called Captain Clark, and I don't even have any like knowledge of like Backrooms lore or like anything about it, and it's just this guy saying like, don't be mad, it's fine, she says that we're safe, yada yada yada, and the dude like leans in and eats him, and he's like this weird distorted version. It's actually like the weirdest thing ever. Like, this is like, I open my phone, and on my For You page I see this. Like, what the heck is that? What is that? That's not a kid's. Like, what? and it was like talking about the dude's like mental health or something, because he was like, she's a psychiatrist, but she said it's okay that we're different or whatever, like trying to like keep the entity of whatever himself, and it like bites him. I'm like, yo, that's insane. I know my cousin was taking her kid to it, and he was like 8. What is Backrooms like rated at? Yeah, that's actually crazy. Is that literally what the game is about? I thought like Subliminal and Backrooms are similar in the fact that it just like takes things that people feel are like nostalgic or like have familiarity, and they just do stuff with that. I thought that's what like the Backrooms was based on. Oh, the movie's rated R? How did... I swore like you couldn't even get into movies back then unless your parents like were there or something. Like, how do people watch rated R movies now? I don't even like understand how any of that works, because like we don't even have movie theaters really in my area. All the movie theaters kind of shut down because people stopped going to them because they just like weren't popular anymore. It was a big thing back when I was younger to go to the movies, but now it's, I guess, not. It's just not a big thing. Yeah, guys, look, I promise, if people came on here for the, it's just downloading 6 minutes. My internet's pretty good, so I shouldn't have a problem. Yeah, I could get the vibe of trauma because I don't know what it was about that scene, but it gave me like, I don't know, it gave me like a weird feeling. I swear it like reminded me of a movie that I watched before. I think it was maybe the same actor. Maybe that's why it kind of gave me PTSD. I watched something where it was like a guy in a... Let me actually Google that. Mr. Crockett. This movie was actually insane. I guess it's not the same movie, but I watched it on Hulu the one summer, or not one summer, the one Halloween, and it actually made me feel insane. Like I couldn't finish the movie. It made me feel wild. The game is about levels and entities. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's crazy. It definitely seems like something that's like more like like another word for, I'm trying to think of what that term is, like an analogy, like the movie is an analogy of like the brain or something, like how the brain has trauma and stuff. That's what I was getting from the like clips that I was getting. What? Yeah, just set her down. I'll let her out. The game's almost done, guys. Should I just put it on this screen so people know that I'm playing it? Because people probably don't think I'm going to play it. See, those things actually, like, scare me. I don't know why. It's, like, the feeling of, like... I don't like when not games, but, like, yeah, I guess games and movies, like, mimic the idea of going insane, because then I, like, feel like I'm going insane. Like, I never like that, because for me, anxiety sometimes makes me feel like I'm like mentally losing it. and that's like a normal feeling that people that get high stress like feel. So when I get like situations where I'm watching a movie or like a game and it's like talking about those type of things, like going insane, I'm like, no, I can't watch it because I already feel insane. I know I let you out. No worries. Ellie, I know there's birds up there. Little birdies up there too. What's your? We have little birds in a nest. Try to get a little bit more light in here. Yeah, that's wild. Oh, yeah, we didn't really have stuff like that. Casey, where are you going, bro? Stay down here. Casey, mic down, dude. Yeah, I know nothing about the lore, whatever. I just know that my one family member, my one cousin, was gonna take her kid to see it or whatever. But I didn't like see the trailer or anything about it or any of that. I hope this is like the game because it didn't even say it was Black Ops 7. It just said Call of Duty. It makes you download stuff and it like is so confusing how they mesh all the games into like one hub. And then you just have to go through it to add new games. I had to like go into Black Ops 6 to buy Black Ops 7 because Black Ops 7 wasn't on the PlayStation store. Like, what? And now look, it says Call of Duty. Yeah, I wouldn't want my kid to be learning about that stuff. It sounds like kind of really deep. But then again, like I watched The Ring and Saw and stuff when I was like 10, but that also kind of messed me up. Like I used to think that kind of stuff was real. Why is there always an update after I just download the game? I was almost hesitant because it's cheaper on PlayStation than Steam, but I almost didn't want to buy it on PlayStation just because I like Steam so much better now. I just don't love Code of Conduct. What is that? Yep, see, there's already, this is Modern Warfare 4. Do you think it's going to be the actual OG experience of Modern Warfare, or it's not even installed yet? What did I install in the first place? Yeah, this is what like frustrates me about their games. Look, I literally downloaded a Call of Duty hub just like How do I... Oh my gosh. How long is the install gonna take, guys, realistically? There's gonna be a Poppy Playtime movie? I don't understand how the, like, this thing works, the hub. Why can I not see it in my, like, downloads? Or can I? Oh my goodness. 50 freaking minutes. Oh my goodness, bro. Well, looks like it's gonna be a long stream tonight, guys. Why is everything gotta take forever? I literally waited that time just for the hub to be downloaded so that it could start downloading. $50 minutes. Hopefully it's a little faster than that, because that's ridiculous. Can we not play freaking music? Okay, now it says 43. It's going down pretty fast. Trying to think of other stuff that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Oh, so for the tattoo that I want to do, I still have like all my stuff just sitting right next to me, the machine and the needles and all that. I just have to wait. I want to get, there's like a printer you can get, and you put the stencil paper that I draw on to make the stencils. There's ones that you can get that just like actually print, which makes it 1,000 times easier, because then I can just follow the lines and not have to draw an image 3 times to get like what I want. I want to do on my chest, I want to do this thing. I don't like it, like doesn't look the best. I want to make it so that it's like from here to here. I want to do like a giant dagger on my chest. That will be like my next tattoo that I do. And then I'll have to debate if I want to do anything else. I'm still trying to figure out what my fingers are doing, because like, I don't know if you guys even be able to tell, but like I knew, that's why I stopped messing with them and didn't keep trying to fill them in. Hold on. You see the pinky right here? All the ink already fell out of that. I don't think like any of this is going to stay, so I'm not going to go over it. This one I went over like 4 or 5 times, and it still didn't take. So I'm hoping the fingers just reject, because I don't want to keep going over them. They hurt really bad doing these, and I don't think I went deep enough with them. So hoping that they fall out soon. I think they're all gonna fall out. And then I'll just probably like leave the fingers go. With my leg, I want to do maybe one more on the right, and then I'll do the top part of my leg. And I don't know what else I can use for practice. That's kind of the where we're gonna fill up space quickly. But the 1900s, I'm trying to think of my top scary movies. we'll look them up to see how many I've actually watched. I'll say like top 50 1990s to 2000 horror films. Okay. Scream I've watched. Blair Witch Project I've watched. That one kind of like people like said it felt real, so it was scary, but it was kind of like, in my opinion, it just took too long. It was like 4 hours long. I just got bored, didn't like it. Silence of the Lamb, I know what it's about, but never really got into it. I actually think I did watch this movie because so many people talked about it. Very gruesome. Nowadays, I wouldn't recommend it, but as a kid, I was into them. Haven't watched. I heard of this and I saw the remake, but I didn't see the original. Haven't watched. Haven't watched. Um, haven't watched. I saw the original. Haven't watched. I've heard of that. I think I watched that when I was younger because we had it on VHS. Haven't watched. I gotta like find where I'm at when I scroll. Child's Play. It's like the Chucky ones. I watched Chucky. Where the heck is it? My thing is covering it. Bram Stoker. I don't know what that is. Didn't watch that. It original didn't watch. I watched all the new It's though. I knew this movie. My dad had it. Never watched it. Never watched. Dude, how is The Ring not on here? Oh, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies I remember watching. They were like OD as they got to the newer ones. My memories. This movie was crazy when I was a kid. Like this one was like one that like scarred me. This came out in 2007. I probably watched it when I was like 2007. 2007. That doesn't make sense. Oh no, yeah, I would have been 13. I think I was 13 when I watched it. That one was scary to me. I don't know why. I only watched the original, but this one like terrified me, and this one I do not recommend. But these movies were absolutely like gruesome, like the worst movies for a kid to watch, and I watched them. Big time regret watching them. Yeah, Chainsaw Massacre, Friday the 13th, all of them, Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street literally like ruined my sister's whole take on like watching movies, which it's kind of funny now because she had like a little bit of OCD back then, but now that I know how her brain works, because my brain is like that, my brain took a while to develop it. I like really realized why she didn't like it, because it was like the concept of like like falling asleep would trigger nightmares that you would like die in or whatever. And that's like an easy thing to be afraid of, but as a kid, especially not knowing how OCD works, like that's terrifying. Like you would assume that if you had OCD, that how that works in your head is like, oh, okay, so now that's what I'm gonna get. Like your brain just convinces you things of. My sister said that Bella was outside and she saw a toad and she started like trying to chase after it. That's hilarious. Bella Blue. Bella Blue. Okay, we have 30 minutes left. 30 minutes on the game, and how long has it been since I said... When did I check the progress of the game? Okay, it's been 10 minutes, so it's going faster. 20 minutes, 10 minutes ago. So if every 20 is 10, we probably have like another 20 minutes, but whatever. I guess that'll be it. Yeah, I looked it up. I watched Markiplier play it, but it's like a type of game that I feel like I wouldn't enjoy just because it's like it's got that like confusing style to it. Like older games I feel like had weird how do I want to say, like play mechanics or whatever. And it just looked like something confusing that would be enough to like not make me want to play it. But you guys know me too, like it sucks that I'm the way I am, but I guess like that's what makes everyone different. You guys know I only like games that are like walk through, like first person shooter or third person shooter games. Like I like with horror games I like even if you don't have a gun, I like the explore storyline type games. Like that's why I liked FNAF. That's why I liked Poppy. That's why I liked doing the playthroughs and stuff. I don't like games where it's like overly complicated, but it doesn't mean it's a bad game, and that doesn't mean that Markiplier did something wrong or the movie's bad or whatever. Like just how I am. I've always been that way. I didn't like ever playing games if they like made no sense. Like, for example, yeah, I know what you're saying, Junior. Like for example, what's the one thing? This game, the original, was like one of two games that my grandparents had on their computer, and I never played it because I learned how to play it and it was too complicated, so I hated it. So I still like have a vendetta with this game to this day. Like Minesweeper just used to tick me off. And it kind of low-key, like in a weird way, reminds me of that game. If that makes sense. But no, there's definitely like cool and there's just games out there that I would love to play or like that look good that just aren't my style, so that's why I don't play them. Yeah, I feel like it just gives me vibes of that. I actually think that I want to get like a whole new desk setup, but I gotta figure out a way to sell my things. I got this monitor, but it's an old monitor and it's already starting to have problems, which I kind of don't like. Like it's the any level, so it's kind of like goes up and down or whatever, which is cool. But I found out that like once I turn it off every night and then turn it back on to start stream, it has this weird thing where it makes me unplug the HDMI and plug it back in because it doesn't like know the signal or whatever. I actually might, since I'm on here and I got nothing to do, I'm gonna do that real quick. I'm gonna take pictures of it because I'll try to get it on eBay or something. just to see what I can get. I already have this mic on eBay. I could probably get rid of this one too, but we'll see. Whatever one sells first. Like low key just want to get I want to get a setup that has two monitors exactly the same brand so they just pair well with each other instead of like how I have two that are completely like different brands or whatever. And then I want to get a new desk setup. I ordered a new big mat. I ordered one that's like supposed to be leather. I don't know if that's good or not, but it's like a full-size desk mat for like my two mouses. And then I just got to order an any level desk, but I'm going to actually do that when we get the new house. And then what I'll do is I'll literally like get it delivered to the new house. And then when I go on live stream, I'll put everything together and I'll just like have you guys on a phone. I'll do it on a phone. I'll do the stream all on a phone. And then when I do the 24-hour, I'll switch to the desktop, I guess, and we'll do a 24-hour desktop gaming segment and all that. But yeah, it feels good to get on. I don't know why. Like some days I just don't feel like getting on, but I like am so hard on myself because I'm like, bro, your life isn't that hard. Just get on and stream so you can be consistent. And sometimes it's just so hard for me. I don't know why. My sister's all upset because she thinks that Bella licked the toad. And apparently, like, toads can be, like, poisonous, I guess, or something. But it says, like, you don't have to worry if they don't have symptoms within, like, an hour, it's fine. Because, like, sometimes they're scared and they release things or something. But she doesn't even know if she licked it or not. And she's, like, saying all this stuff. And I was like, just wait and see if she's, like, fine or not. within 30 minutes, obviously, we could like take her to the vet if she's like starts freaking out or something. But what up, Eric? Yeah, I don't know. Views fluctuate all the time, and there'll be like multiple people talking, but one viewer. YouTube hates me. She's doing whatever they're called, little she's a whatchamacallit, a croissant. I didn't know Toads released venom or toxic stuff or what. Sorry guys, the game's almost done. We had an unforeseeable freaking error in judgment. I don't know why it doesn't let me play anything. Is it just this season that it's downloading? Like, what is it downloading? Doesn't even let me get into the game. Hopefully it's worth it. There's like how many maps now? So I can try the OG one that I played when the... we'll see if that's any better. Because when I did the early access on that zombies, it was kind of like finicky. So we'll see if that improved any. And then there's like the Nuketown one I want to try out too. There's like a Nuketown Zombies remake. My leg is so itchy. I think my monitor's frame rate is like insane because it literally looks like... It looks like this is like moving insane. It like looks like it's moving in freaking slow-mo on my... Is that the frame rate in my webcam or the frame rate in my monitor? Let me check. I don't know if I've messed with the frame rate ever. I thought it was on 60 FPS, but I might have actually turned it off. I do not get the thing on it. It is 1080, 100 FPS. Holy. Did that get better? Does it look better now? What? It wasn't even set to 1080p on my webcam. That's insane. It was just set to high. Pretty toxic. Now why is the like color all crazy? That's weird, dude. It's kind of sad to know that this whole time it was off the normal preset that it was on. I haven't messed with this in a little bit. Let's see if we can. Holy. Does that look better, guys? I can't tell. There we go. That's way better. I think the yellow light just makes everything weird. I think it's done, guys. No, what? 16 minutes left. Sorry for the boring content, boys. You guys want to see my collection of Pokemon? So I'm pretty sure this is my most expensive card that I collected, but it's worth $300. It's not gonna zoom in somehow. Togepi, Clefairy. No, Togepi, Cleffa, and Igglybuff. I don't think it's PSA 10 because these cheap like things that you put them in bend over time. I think it has a little bend in it, but we have like a bunch of random GX cards that actually are most likely not worth even anything. We have 2 trainer cards that surprisingly trainer cards were worth a lot. Don't know why, but some of them are worth a good amount. This one I believe is my second most expensive card. I forget what the gold means, like a hidden rare, but it has a 3-star rarity. This one, I don't even know why it's in a thing, but I guess I just kept them just in case they'd go up in value. V, not really worth anything. Maybe an evolution will be worth more in the future. I don't know. I just put everything in containers. These aren't worth like anything. They're probably worth like $10 or less, $5. Leafeon's another evolution, so this one's not worth anything, but probably $2. This one, I don't know. We actually got 2 of him, but this one will be worth a bit. I can see its value going up. What in the heck? Who? Yeah, that's getting thrown away. What is the waste of that? Eevee. These aren't worth really anything either, but Quavicle. Oh, that was like the starter. Forgot about him. Not worth anything. Not worth anything. Most likely worth like $3. And then these are always worth a lot for whatever reason, the trainers, professors. But I have them all sealed at the top at least so dust and dirt can't get in, but I'm going to just hold on to them until one day they're worth a bit. But that one tag team one will definitely be worth some. Guys, it sounds crazy, but I'm going to reset stream so that when I do the reaction to the Joe Bartolozzi video, I won't have to edit as much. So I'm going to get off and get right back on. I'll be right back, guys. Peace. God bless. Love y'all.